All of Maryland's Democratic U.S. representatives, all of them voted against a Republican measure to keep the government funded through the end of November. The short-term funding bill passed the House, but it failed to reach the 60 votes needed to advance in the Senate. Republicans need to earn the support of at least 7 Democrats to resolve the funding dispute by the October 1st deadline, when funding is set to expire. Maryland leaders said they could not support the bill because it would make it less affordable for Americans. And that bill also would not protect previously authorized projects, including the rebuilding of the Key Bridge. The Trump administration says it has new concerns about the potentially escalating cost and the timeline of the project. WJZ investigator Mike Helgen live along the Patapsco River tonight with what this means moving forward. Mike.
Denise, the state originally said this project was going to cost between $1.7 and $1.9 billion. The governor said today the final cost estimates are not yet in, that they are still months away. Democrats in Congress who represent Maryland say that there's no risk of the funding getting cut or reduced. We want to show you tonight just what the scene looks like. Very early stages here of the demolition and rebuilding project. We're still at least 2 years away from a new Key Bridge.
How secure do you believe the full funding is for the Key Bridge rebuild?
It's the law, and we're prepared to move forward with the reconstruction at this point.
Heavy equipment sits in the Patapsco River as final demolition is underway where the Key Bridge stood for 47 years until the Dolly cargo ship slammed into it last year, causing a deadly collapse. Maryland officials say the replacement bridge should be complete by 2028 at a cost of just under $2 billion.
How are you guys doing?
But the Trump administration's Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy wrote this letter to Governor Wes Moore, delivered Friday, expressing doubts about the cost and the timeline and concerns the project could balloon to $5 billion. Duffy writes, "It is my role to guarantee that federally funded projects benefit the entire nation through every dollar spent." He also says guidelines requiring the hiring of minority contractors on the project are unconstitutional, writing, "Any reliance on race or sex-conscious factors in contracting decisions could introduce significant legal vulnerabilities and inefficiencies in the management of the project."
Donald Trump, if you are not willing to walk our communities, keep our name out of your mouth.
It comes as tensions have escalated between President Trump and Governor Moore in recent weeks. 3 weeks ago, Trump posted on Truth Social, "I gave Wes Moore a lot of money to fix his demolished bridge. I will now have to rethink that decision."
On Baltimore, you said that you are going to have to reconsider bridge funding. Is that contingent on Wes Moore cleaning up the streets?
No, we were very generous to him on a bridge.
Members of Maryland's federal delegation say they're committed to seeing a new bridge built with 100% federal funding.
It's my hope that this letter from Secretary Duffy is a good faith expression of concern about the cost of the bridge and not a retraction of the administration's commitment to the bridge.
Governor Moore tells WJZ, "We will continue to work with the Trump administration to find ways to reduce costs and rebuild faster."
Do you have any concerns right now about the cost or the timeline?
For sure. I mean, again, this is a project that we want to have done as quickly as possible, and we have to be good stewards of the taxpayer dollar.
And the governor says that the state is pursuing litigation and insurance settlements to help with the cost. Now, the funding was actually passed in the last Congress in the final days of the Biden administration. We are live in your corner along the Patapsco River. Mike Helgen, WJZ.